everyone, my name is Gemma Sinclair and I am the careers lead for all of the F1 and the F2 doctors in the Northern Deanery and in the Yorkshire and Humber Deanery. And I just wanted to do a really quick introduction video for you guys in Yorkshire and Humber, just to let you know about the career support you can get during foundation and how you can access that. So there are normally some questions that doctors have when they start out in foundation, and I know that it's difficult for you guys because there will be some of you who will have absolutely no idea what you want to do, and the thought of going through that terrifies you. But there will be some of you who know exactly what you want to do. You've known what specialty you've been interested in, you've been building a portfolio towards that, and there's a range of resources that we have to cover each and every one and in between of those situations. So these are some of the questions that I get asked of foundation doctors when they're thinking about career choices and what they're going to do after F2. A lot of people are struggling a little bit with which specialty to choose. How do I know enough about the specialties to decide which one's right for me? How do I look at what I'm good at and what suits me and then be able to match that up with a specialty? How do I make the most out of foundation is around people who want to build up their portfolio while they're going through their rotations, developing things so that they're a strong candidate later on when they apply for whatever it is that they're going for. Should I take an F3 after? If you haven't made a career decision, or if you don't think that you've got a strong enough portfolio, what are the F3 roles that are out there, and is it worth me doing one? Some people do struggle a little bit with whether this is the right career choice for them, and there's some resources to help around that and to look at, well, what are the alternatives? Can't really make a decision until I know what else is out there. How do I then research that and then come up with a decision that's right for me? We do a lot of sessions around the practicalities of applying for not just specialty training, because I know some people will be going straight into that after foundation, but there will be probably a big chunk of you who are not going to go straight on. The norm now is to take an F3 or even an F4, F5 years now. So there's some resources around applying and preparing for an interview for both of those. So where they are, Yorkshire and Humber has a foundation Blackboard page, and you have, I think this video is getting attached to an email which is giving you some information about that. So you can download the Blackboard app, find the careers page, which looks like this. So it's Foundation Career Management 2023. And I think you're automatically going to get enrolled on it. But if not, you can search careers in the course search and then find it and go into there. And that's where you'll find all of the resources. And the way that I've done it to make it, it can't be interactive because they're pre-recordings, but just so that it helps you to understand it a bit. It isn't an e-learning. It is video presentations similar to this that I've done on these topics. So we have how you make decisions is one of them, looking at that self-awareness. Who are you? What are your skills? What are your strengths? And then how do you use those to make a decision about what you want to do? There's an awful lot of information in there about specialty training. So how the programs run, what the curriculums and the career pathways look like, but also what are the fill rates for them? What are the competition rates? What do I need to do to prepare? Like, how do they recruit? Do I need to be developing this portfolio, or do I need to be preparing for a recruitment test? All of that information is in there about the specialties. There's some information in there about SAS careers, which is specialty and associate specialist doctors, which is the alternative pathway to choosing to do training. It's a service route, working up as a career as a doctor in a clinical area through a SAS route. So there's information about those careers, because some people prefer those to training. There's a lot in there about F3 roles. So what are they? How would they help me in the future? And how do I get them? Where are they advertised? How do I apply? Done a section on working abroad for anybody who's thinking about potentially going to, Australia and New Zealand are often quite popular for a couple of years. Going there, what are the implications of that? What do you need to consider? How do you find out about it? And then what do you do when you're coming back? I've done a section on alternatives to medicine. One of the things about me is that I work for what used to be Health Education England, which is now NHS England. But I work for a careers team which is separate from all of the foundation schools and from the trusts. because I'm an impartial advisor to you. It's really important that you know that I'm just here for you. I don't have any agenda behind us. I'm not promoting anything on behalf of anybody. I'm just here to support you in your career decisions. And any interactions that you have with me are completely confidential. It doesn't go back to anybody to say what we've talked about. So I do cover every single option that a foundation doctor could be thinking of, and that includes if people are struggling and looking and thinking about doing something else other than medicine. So there's a section in there about, well, what do people do? What are the kinds of job roles? How do I use my degree to go into something? And then we've got really practical sessions. So the first one's normally everything I've talked about so far, I'd suggest you start looking at during F1. Then when we move into F2, we have some practical sessions, and those are around applications. So the MSRA, which is the multi-specialty recruitment assessment test that some of the specialties use. You have some information about what that is, what the questions look like, how you prepare for them. Then we've got a section on the application forms. So the application forms for specialty, what's involved in those. There are normally the same kinds of questions that come up every year around specialty applications. So I've also done an FAQs document around that as well. We do application forms for F3 roles because they are quite different to specialty applications, and they are shortlisted and done in a certain way. So I've done a whole session on that for you. And then we've got interview prep as well. So what to expect at the specialty training interviews, and also what to expect if you're going for a panel interview in a trust. So there's videos about all of those, documents with links to everything that I talk about in them as well. So you can help yourself to those at any point during foundation. The other option that you've got as well is to have a one-to-one careers guidance appointment, and that's for anybody who needs more tailored support. Yeah, you can. It's with me. It's over the phone or on Teams. It's roughly 30 minutes to 40 minutes. It's completely confidential. Nothing gets reported back to anybody. I am just here for you. If you want to access that, you can, and this isn't just people who are considering leaving medicine. This could be people who have got a specialty career in mind, but they need some guidance around how to get into it, or some career planning about what route they might take through it. If you're interested in that, you can do a referral through to me, either through your ES, so have a chat with them. If they don't know anything about me, they just need to do an email introduction, that's it, or go through medical education, or email me direct if you're having any problems with that, and I will sort it out from my end as well. I'm also here for questions, so it might be that actually you don't need a one-to-one, but you have a couple of questions since you've gone through the videos, had a look, and a few things have popped up that you're not sure about. I'm here for email support all the way through the year. So if there's any questions, any queries, send me an email on that email address there and I'll get back to you. But otherwise, I hope you find the course really useful. Please, if there's anything else that's missing that you want information on, get in touch. I'll sort it out and I'll get things to you. But if you need me, you know where I am. Otherwise, good luck with foundation. Thank you.